Okay, I think we should start now. I was talking you about active filters, and as I told you, there are basically filters of low pass, high pass, band pass, and band stop. The active filter, the name itself indicates filtration with a active reactive component. Active component. The active component can be op amp, active component can be transistor, it can be diode, it can be anything. So the filter which are used in combination with the active components are going to form the active filter. Now, by combining a basic RC low pass filter circuit with an operational amplifier op amp, we can create active low pass filter circuit with complete circuit complete with the amplification. Now try to understand, there are also passive filters which are not able to amplify the output, but they are only able to pass the high pass component or low pass component or band pass or band reject, depending on which category we are designing it for. Filter, high pass filter can be made by just single resistor in series with a non-polarized capacitor. So high pass filter. So try to understand. I will give you one circuit R, C. You try to understand. If R and C are connected, C is connected in parallel, we can understand it is low pass filter. But
Hello, sir, you are not audible.
controlling the loss of the signal by using amplification through the use of active filter. Now, what is active filter? I have told you this component. So low pass means it will pass low frequency. High pass means it pass high frequency component. Band pass means it pass band of the frequencies, and band stop means it will reject. Band stop filter is also called band reject filter. Okay, these things you need to aware of. So try to understand very basic thing. If someone gives you this RC circuit and you ask you what is this circuit, you can say this is simple RC timing circuit, and if this is connected to the input of op amp or any active thing, we can call this as active low pass filter. Why it is active? Along with the filtration, it is also doing, or it is also providing the amplification. That's why the name is given as low pass active filter. And why it is called first order? It is just one R and one C is used. If I use one more C here and one more R here, it will be two stage RC low pass filter. Okay, so in this case, or for our syllabus, we are going to talk only about single stage or one stage active low pass filter. As the name implies, FETs, op amp, etc. They draw their power from external power source and use it to boost or amplify the output signal. Filter amplification can also be used for either shape or alter the frequency response of the filter circuit by producing more selective output response, making the output bandwidth of the filter more narrower or even wider. So see, I told you on that day, if you do remember, if I want to draw the waveform or the characteristics of frequency versus output or gain, frequency versus gain, then the plot will be formed. Let's say this is a plot where you can see minus 3 dB points are taken at this frequency. Let's say this is frequency F1, this is frequency F2, and you can say that within the band of frequencies of F1 to F2, the amplifier is able to filter these many frequency components. So this is called band pass filter. Now, if it is designed at particular frequency where it gives gain at particular frequency and other frequency components are rejected, we say that the band is narrow. So this is called a narrow band. And the earlier expression, which or earlier diagram which you have which you are able to see, this is called wide band. So it can pass wide band of frequency and it can pass only narrow band of frequency. So filter amplification can also be used to either shape or alter the frequency response of the filter circuit by producing more selective output response, making the output bandwidth of the filter more narrower or even wider. So this is the example of narrow band and wide band filter. The main difference between passive filter and active filter is only the amplification part, which is there in the active filter, and amplification part is absent in case of passive filters. An active filter generally uses the op amp. Within the design, an op amp has a high input impedance that you all are aware of, and a low output impedance and a voltage gain determined by the resistor network with a feedback loop. Unlike passive high pass filter, which has a theory and infinite high frequency response, maximum frequency response of active filter is limited to gain bandwidth product or open loop gain. So this gain bandwidth product, see, we know that open loop gain of op amp, ideally it is infinite, practically it is of the order of 2 into 10 raised to 5. Bandwidth is practically ideally infinite, but it is of the 2 megahertz practically. So if you multiply gain bandwidth product, your output is limited to the gain bandwidth product of op amp, or it is also called open loop gain of the op amp, of the operational amplifier being used. Still, active filters are generally much easier to design than passive filters. They produce good performance characteristics, very good accuracy with a steep roll off, and low noise when used with a good circuit design. So these are some of the parts. So this is first circuit which you are going to see. Now see, R is used, C is used here. C is used in parallel to the non-inverting input terminal with the inverting input terminal directly connected to output. So gain of this op amp will be directly 1 because no resistance is connected in between that. And input voltage sinusoidal voltage is applied at the non-inverting input terminal. Now let's look at this thing. So XC, capacitive susceptance, is written as 1 upon 2 pi FC. What will happen? Try to understand. If frequency is almost zero, so if frequency is zero, XC will be infinite. What will happen? None of the voltages will pass through the capacitor because capacitor acts as an open circuit, and this frequency will be directly bypassed to the positive input terminal. Now, if frequency is, let's say, 1 megahertz, 1 gigahertz, or let's assume one more frequency of 50 hertz, low pass frequency. So for that, the capacitor will offer certain resistance or certain impedance to this, and the low frequency components are passed to the positive input terminal. Now, if I assume frequency to be infinite, what will happen? If frequency is infinite, Xc will become 0. If Xc will become 0, it acts as a short circuit. If it acts as a short circuit, then none of the frequency components will be given to the non-inverting terminal, whereas the components are directly bypassed to the ground. In this case, we can say that low frequency components are forwarded to the non-inverting input terminal, whereas high frequency component are bypassed through the capacitor, and hence the name is called low pass filter. Okay, what is the meaning of low pass? It is going to pass low frequency component. Okay, so the most common and easily understood active filter is active low pass filter. Its principle of operation and frequency response is exactly same as those for the passive filter. The only difference this time is that I think I have lost the active low pass filter using op amp. That thing I think you might have listened, right?
No, sir.
Up to what point you have listened to that lecture? Can anyone tell? Can anyone tell up to what point you have listened to that particular lecture so that I can continue from that point onward? कुठपर्यंत ऐकले तुम्ही?
When it is infinite. When it
Okay.
is infinite.
Okay, so when frequency is infinite, up to that point you have listened, right? So I will repeat that part once again. Don't worry about that. Before that, let me go through the question answer session and see Yash Bihani. Then right now who has joined? Sanket Talegar. Okay, all of you, those who are joining late, I am not going to allow from next lecture. You keep this thing in the mind. You should join sharp at 11:35. If you are able to join 5 minutes early, that's okay. Because of the technical difficulty, I am now allowing, but from next lecture, I'm not going to allow anyone who will be entering late to the lecture. Okay, I hope this is clear. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sumit Pagar, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the difference between active filter and passive filter? What is the difference between active filter and passive filter? Pratik Mane, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the difference between active filter and passive filter? Who is roll number 015 SRC? Who is 015 SRC? Whether he is newly added member? I'm going to remove if you are not going to give the answer. Okay. Okay, Mayur Bharate, am I audible? Mayur Bharate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. What is difference between active filter and passive filter? Bhujbal Abhishek.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between active and passive filter? Give the answer fast.
Sir, active filter contains only active components.
Only active components? Is it so? Passive filter does not have any active component like transistor, FET or op-amp, but active filter will have RC or RL or any reactive component along with the active part, that is active component like op-amp, FET. What it accounts for? This active component will account for amplification. So the filtering part is given to any reactive or passive component like R and C. Along with the active component, when it is used, it is going to form active filter, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next is Sakshi Gita. Am I audible? Sakshi Gita. Am I audible to you? Prachi Jadhav.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if active filter, I want to design active low pass filter where I should connect a capacitor. Capacitor should be connected in parallel or in series. For low pass filter, capacitor should be connected in parallel to the R or in series.
Series.
Okay. Any other answer?
Parallel.
Sir, parallel.
Okay, parallel. They should be connected in parallel. Otherwise, they are not going to reject the high frequency component. Okay, I will explain that thing once again to you. Now I want your full attention. So if in between my voice goes low, anyone, those who are attending the lecture from the college campus, they can just inform me. Okay. See, I will once again repeat. See, RC component. This is R and this is C connected in parallel. This is going to form low pass filter. Why it is called low pass filter? For that, you need to understand XC formula, that is capacitive reactance. The formula is 1/2 pi FC. Okay. I will draw two circuits here, one R and C. What will happen? Let's understand that. Let's say this is an input to both of them. And now I need to calculate about output. So XC formula remains same. X is equal to 1/2 pi FC. I will discuss only two cases. If F is equal to 0, if F is equal to 0, X is equal to infinite. If X is equal to infinite, this circuit becomes equivalent to R in series with this open circuit. So you know that through the open circuit, current will be 0. Current will be 0. So whatever may be the input sinusoidal voltage applied at the input will go forward to the either op-amp or FET or transistor, whatever it may be. If I consider another value of frequency, let's consider frequency as infinite. If frequency becomes infinite, XC will become 0. So when XC will become 0, same circuit can be written as R in parallel with the short circuit. If R in parallel with the short circuit, all the AC component which is present here will be bypassed to the ground and nothing will go from this point onward. And we can say that only low frequency component will be passed. So only low frequency component will be passed to the op amp or transistor or to ground. So as it is allowing only low pass component, the name of the filter is low pass filter. That's it. Is it okay? The same way we try to understand this circuit. Here also x is equal to, if it is we consider as 1 upon 2 pi fc, and if you consider two values, x is equal to infinite for f is equal to 0, and if we consider f is equal to infinite, then xc will become 0, and it is going to pass only low frequency component to the non-inverting input terminal, where the inverting input terminal is directly connected to the output. Is it okay? This is the simplest form. The first order low pass active filter consists simply a passive RC filter stage. RC acts as a filter stage, providing a low frequency path to the input of the non-inverting operational amplifier. It's called buffer because output is directly connected to the input. Now, voltage divider bias is absent in between that. The input, so it is called voltage buffer or voltage follower circuit. Here gain is equal to 1. Why gain is equal to 1? If it is inverting amplifier, we know that the gain is 1 plus RF upon R1. 1 plus RF upon R1, but RF upon R1 are both 0 here. So gain is 1. Gain is 1 means whatever may be the output is provided at the inverting input terminal of the op amp. The advantage of this configuration is that op amp high input impedance prevents excessive loading of the filter output, while its output impedance prevents the filter cutoff frequency from being affected by changes. If you don't understand that, what do you mean by cutoff frequency? Don't remember, but for every filter there is a cutoff frequency denoted by FC. FC is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC. It is divided by this component 1 upon 2 pi RC. So whatever may be the value of R, if R is equal to 1K, capacitor is 0.01 microfarad. If you put that value, you will get cutoff frequency of that particular filter. So cutoff frequency depends on R and C values. While this configuration provides good stability to the filter, its main disadvantage is that no voltage gain above 1, because directly output is connected to the input. So gain can be maximum 1. AV here, it is written AV is equal to 1. But the voltage gain is unity power gain is very high. Its output impedance is much lower than its input impedance. If voltage gain is greater than 1 is required, we can connect these two resistances. Now, can anyone tell me what will be the gain of this particular circuit? Can anyone tell me what will be the gain of this particular circuit? This is non-inverting amplifier, as input voltage is applied at non-inverting input terminal. What will be the gain? Gain will be 1 plus R2 upon R1. If you do remember the gain of non-inverting amplifier as 1 plus RF upon R1. Here feedback resistor is R2 and input resistance is R1. Therefore, the gain of the circuit is 1 plus R2 upon R1. So by choosing proper values of R2 and R1, we can decide the gain of the op amp, and hence the gain of the op amp. This is not open loop gain. Gain depends. This AV depends on the factor 1 plus R2 upon R1. What is the value of R2 and R1 we choose? Depending on that, gain will be decided. So this is active low pass filter with amplification. The frequency response on the circuit will be the same as that of the passive RC circuit, except that amplitude of the output is increased by the pass band. For non-inverting amplifier circuit, the magnitude of the voltage gain of the filter is the given function of the feedback resistor R2 divided by its corresponding input resistor R1. What I mean to say, gain AV depends upon these two factors, R2 and R1 value. That's it. So what will be the DC gain now? 1 plus R2 upon R1. And remember this formula, we are going to solve few numerical based on this. Therefore, the gain of the active low pass filter as a function of frequency will be voltage gain AV is equal to V out upon V in is equal to AF, that is gain with feedback, divided by 1 plus F upon FC. F is the given frequency, FC is the cutoff frequency. AF is the pass band gain of the filter 1 plus R2 upon R1, frequency of the input signal in Hertz, and cutoff frequency in Hertz. Is it okay? And we can derive the expression. Thus, the operations of the low pass active filter can be verified from the frequency equation, as at very low frequency, F is greater than FC. Just look at this particular equation. I will just delete this annotation. If F is, the first case is F is less than FC. Let's assume F is 1 Hertz and FC is 1 kilohertz. it is negligible. So 1 is negligible as compared to the 1000. In that case, what will happen? What will happen? This goes to the numerator. This kilohertz goes to the numerator, becomes milli. So this term can be neglected. This can be treated as 0. Therefore, voltage gain AV will become equal to AF. That's it. Because AF divided by square root of 1 plus 0, so it will become AF. At cutoff frequency F equal to FC, if you put F equal to FC, this will become 1. This will become 1 means square root of 1 plus 1, that is square root of 2. AF divided by root 2. AF divided by root 2, 1 upon root 2 is 0.707. So this will reduce to AF upon root 2, 0.707 AF. And at very high frequencies, F is greater than FC. If we consider F is greater than FC here, I will once again erase this annotation so that you will understand that if F is greater than FC, this term will be very, very greater than 1. If this term is very, very greater than 1, the gain, because in the denominator we are increasing something, gain will be very, very less. Our gain is less than AF. That's it. Okay. Thus, the active low pass filter has a constant gain AF from 0 Hertz to high frequency cutoff point FC. At FC, gain is 0.707, and after FC, it decreases at the constant rate. Something like this. So the frequency response is something like this. Let's say this is cutoff frequency. Up to cutoff frequency, okay, I will draw the low pass filter. So low pass frequency components are drawn and high pass frequency components are neglected. At this cutoff frequency FC, the gain is 0.707 of AF. In other words, gain decreases 20 dB, that is 20 log to the base 10 each time the frequency is increased by 10. When dealing with the filter circuit, the magnitude of the passband gain of the circuit generally expressed in decibels and the function of the voltage gain. Therefore, AV in decibels is equal to 20 log to the base 10 V out upon V in. And if I want to consider minus 3 dB gain, this 0.707 comes into the picture. I will just explain these things and then we will solve one numerical. P. If I want to draw a low pass filter, so this is the plot of gain, that is AF divided versus frequency. So let's say low frequency component 0 Hertz, 50 Hertz, 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz, up to this 2 kilohertz. Let's assume that 2 kilohertz is the cutoff frequency. Up to 2 kilohertz, your output gain will be high. At 2 kilohertz, it will become 0.707, and after 2 kilohertz, it will become 0. So low frequency components are passed, whereas high frequency components are rejected. And the circuit is, or this graph is equivalent to low pass filter graph. So low frequency components are passed. Passed means what? The gain provided to the low frequency component low pass filter is very high as compared to this high frequency. So high frequency components are rejected and low frequency components are passed. Similarly, if I want to draw the graph of high pass filter, so high frequency components are passed and low frequency components are 0. So it will start something like this. So low frequency components are 0 here and high frequency components are passed. If I want to draw the characteristics of band pass filter, so for band of frequency, the frequency which is less than F1 and F2 are rejected, less than F1 and greater than F2 are rejected, but those who are between F1 and F2 are passed. And band reject filter, something like this. Band reject filter, something like this. So 0 here, so it is 0 in particular band, and then it is 1 in particular band, and then once again 0. So pass stop or band stop filter. So this is band pass filter, this is high pass filter, and this is band stop filter, band stop filter. So it will only stop this band and it will allow only at particular one frequency to be amplified to provide particular gain. That's it. So this is about active filters in this circuit, and this completes your unit number 1. If you have some doubt, please ask. I have recorded the session. It will be made available to you on LMS. Don't worry about that. Okay. So we will solve one numerical based on this. Let's solve this numerical and let's draw this circuit like this, and we will try to solve it here on this blank sheet. Okay. One simple numerical. Let's say this is op amp. R is used as 1 kilo ohm. Capacitor is used as 0.1 microfarad. It is given to the non-inverting input terminal with the inverting input terminal connected like this. one resistance which is connected with respect to ground, and the tapping is taken. Let's assume that it is something like this. Okay, let's say this is 1K, this is 10K resistance. Okay, and this is non-inverting input terminal. This capacitor is grounded. Input voltage of the frequency is applied. Let's say 50 hertz is applied to this. I want to know these components. What will be, first of all, what is the gain of amplifier? Can anyone tell me gain of amplifier? Gain with feedback. Can anyone tell me AF is equal to? 1 plus RF upon R1. So it is 1 plus RF is 10K, R1 is 1K, therefore it is 1 plus 10, so gain is 11. Gain is 11. If you consider it as 1, it will be directly connected like this without any resistance. Okay, without any resistance it will be connected. But here two resistances are connected, so gain will become equal to 1. Can anyone tell me cutoff frequency of this circuit? Can anyone tell me cutoff frequency of this circuit? For the cutoff frequency, we need to use the formula 1 upon 2 pi RC. What is the value of R? 1K. 1 upon 2 pi into 1K into 0.1 microfarad. That is 10 raised to minus 6. Tell me the value of cutoff frequency. Anyone can answer. We'll use the calculator. 2 pi into 1K. 0.1 micro. What will be the cutoff frequency? Can anyone tell?
Sir, answer is
Yes.
1.5.
1.59 kilohertz.
Yes, sir.
1.59 kilohertz, right? This is cutoff frequency. This is cutoff frequency. What it means? This low pass filter will pass the component. So I will try to draw it here. Try to understand. This low pass filter up to 1.5 kilohertz, it will pass, and after 1.5 kilohertz, it will give the gain to be 0. So this is cutoff frequency FC. And from 0 hertz to 1.5 kilohertz, it will pass. So low pass frequency component from 0 to 1.5 kilohertz will be passed, and after 1.5 kilohertz, that is from 1.60 kilohertz onwards, these components will be rejected. So low pass components are passed, and high pass components or high pass frequency components are rejected. We have calculated FC. Let's assume F is equal to, just calculate now. If F is equal to 1 kilohertz, if F is equal to 1 kilohertz, can anyone tell me this equation? What will be the voltage gain? Now see, AF, gain with feedback, you have already calculated. So voltage gain AB is equal to gain with feedback. That gain is feedback is 11 divided by square root of 1 plus F, frequency is 1 kilohertz given frequency, whereas cutoff frequency is 1.59 if I am not wrong, kilohertz. This kilohertz get cancelled. Therefore, AB is equal to 11 divided by, I will try to write here, 11 divided by square root of 1 plus 1 divided by 1.59, 0.628, 0.628. Therefore, AB is equal to 11 divided by square root of 1.628. Square root of 1.628 is 1.27. 11 divided by 1.27. So your gain with feedback is 11 divided by 1.27. 11 divided by answer will be 8.61. 8.61. If anyone has a doubt, please ask. Voltage gain, you have calculated AV. DC gain, you have calculated 1 plus R2 upon R1, that is 11. You have calculated voltage gain AV as AF divided by 1 plus F upon FC, where AF is the gain with feedback. 1 plus R2 upon R1. Frequency of the input signal in hertz, cutoff frequency. Now, if the gain for the frequency which is less than FC, see, FC we have calculated as 1.59 kilohertz and frequency we have taken as 1 kilohertz. So 1 kilohertz is less than 1.59. That's why we have got the gain comparable with AF, right? We have got it at 8.61. Now, if you consider at F equal to FC, what will be the gain? So once again, going back to the formula, here, I will erase these annotations. If F equal to FC, that is frequency at 1 kilohertz, so this will become 1 and AF is 11. AF is 11 divided by square root of 2. 11 divided by square root of 2. Can anyone give the answer? 11 divided by square root of 2.
7.78.
7.77. Right? This is gain, so this is unitless. There is no unit to the gain. Then, if you put now frequency F is equal to 10 kilohertz. 10 kilohertz. Put this frequency of 10 kilohertz here. So 11 divided by square root of 1 plus F is 10K, your FC is 1.59K. What will be the gain? Can anyone tell me? So 11 divided by square root of 10 divided by 1.59. It is 6.28. 6.28 plus 1. That is 7.28. Calculate the gain. So voltage gain AV, here we can calculate as 11 divided by square root of 7.28. 11 divided by square root of 7.28. It is 4.07. 4.07 and all conditions are met now. See, frequency initially we have taken as 1 kilohertz, then we have calculated cutoff frequency equal to that. We got this as 0.707 and for frequency, let's say 10 kilohertz, which is greater than cutoff frequency of 1.59 kilohertz, we got the AF close to 4, which is very less than AF. Is it okay? So these are the formulas for first order active filter and you can calculate that AV in dB as 20 log to the base 10 V out upon V in. You know that. What is V out? V out you can calculate as 1 plus RF upon R1 into V in. You can calculate the gain. Gain you have already calculated. So let's say gain, initially our gain was 8.61. So 20 log to the base 10 of 8.61 is equivalent to 20 log of 8.61. So 18.70 dB is the gain of this filter. Okay, we'll solve one more numerical and the concept will be more clear. Let's assume now same circuit I will draw. Okay, sorry. Now I will use a black color pen. See, one resistance is there of 500 ohms. Capacitance is there of 0.01 microfarad. This is provided to the non-inverting amplifier, non-inverting input of the amplifier with the negative connected to one of the resistor. Let's say this time resistance is 100K and the resistance which is connected to the ground is 1K. This is connected to ground and sinusoidal input is applied of 50 hertz. Okay. Now, okay, let's assume that this is of 1 kilohertz. No problem. Okay. Now you need to tell me few of the things. Can anyone tell me cutoff frequency, then gain, AF, then AV, all these things you need to calculate. So FC is equal to, what is the formula for cutoff
1 by 2 pi RC.
1 upon 2 pi RC. What it will be? Anyone calculated? 1 upon 2 pi RC. R is 500 ohms into 0.01 microfarad. Yes. किती आली रे? Anyone those who are calculating, put R is equal to 500, C as 0.01 microfarad. Hurry up. Anyone with the answer? The answer will be 31.83. मी इथल्या इथे डिझाईन करतोय, मी काही स्वतः ते पुस्तकातले बघून काढत नाहीये. So 31.83 kilohertz is your cut off frequency. म्हणजे या फ्रिक्वेन्सी पर्यंतचे कॉम्पोनंट तो पास करेल, याच्या पुढचे रिजेक्ट करेल. So your frequency plot will be something like this. From 0 to 31.83 हा पास करेल. At 31.83 gain will be 0.707. What is the gain of this circuit?
101.
Very good. 1 plus RF upon R1, that is 1 plus 100 by 10. So 100 plus 1. So 101 will be the gain. Gain with feedback. Okay. If this is done, now tell me the formula. By using the formula, what is the gain? Voltage gain AV is equal to, you know, AF. AF is 101. 1 divided by frequency given. Let's say the frequency of the given signal is 1 kilohertz. 1 kilohertz divided by cutoff frequency is 31.83 kilohertz. This kilo get cancelled. So calculate the voltage gain AV. Anyone can answer? And once again, right, if you have some confusion here, see this formula I am using. We have calculated gain with feedback as 101 divided by square root of 1 plus frequency given of signal is 1 kilohertz divided by 31.83 kilohertz. हा फ्रिक्वेन्सी कॉम्पोनंट पास होतो का नाही बघायचं आपल्याला. तर गेन वरून ठरतं, गेन किती येते त्यानुसार आपण ठरवतो की तो फ्रिक्वेन्सी कॉम्पोनंट पास होतोय की नाही. तो 1 किलोहर्ट्ज अपॉन 31.83 किलोहर्ट्ज इथे कॅन्सल होऊन जाईल. 1 अपॉन 31.83 सांगा.
99.95.
स्क्वेअर रूट सांगतोयस?
नाही सर, टोटल.
ओके, एक मिनिट मी करतो. आन्सर प्लस 1 स्क्वेअर रूट ऑफ दॅट इज क्लोज टू 1.01. 1.015 आला असेल डिनॉमिनेटर तुमचा. चेक करा. 1.015. तो 101 divided by answer 99.44. correct. Who has given the answer? Answer कोणी दिला था? 99.44.
सुजित सर.
Okay. So AV is equal to 99.44. Very good. So 99.44 is our gain. आता याचा काय करायचं आपल्याला? 20 log to the base 10 डेसिबल मध्ये काढायची. 20 log to the base 10 99.44 काढा. 20 log of 99.44 39.95 39.95 डेसिबल ही आली गेन. ओके, गेन इज गुड. म्हणजे हा फ्रिक्वेन्सी कॉम्पोनंट पास होणार आहे 1 किलोहर्ट्ज. आता एक 1 मेगाहर्ट्जचा कॉम्पोनंट घ्या. पुट एफ इक्वल टू 1 मेगाहर्ट्ज. एफ तर चेंज होणार नाही आपला. आपण बघूया त्याची गेन किती येते. जस्ट कॅल्क्युलेट अँड टेल मी द व्होल्टेज गेन फॉर 1 मेगाहर्ट्ज. एनीवन प्लीज फास्ट करा. इफ यू पुट दैट it will be 101 divided by square root of 1 plus f upon fc. 1 megahertz divided by 31.83 kilohertz. आता पहा ही व्हॅल्यू किती मोठी होती आहे. 1 मेगा divided by 31.83 किलो ही आली व्हॅल्यू 31.41 प्लस 1 स्क्वेअर रूट ऑफ आन्सर 5.69 आला का डिनॉमिनेटर पहा. 101 divided by 5.69. 101 divided by answer 17.73. आता बघा ही आली गेन माझी. इथे आली ती 99.4. याला डेसिबल मध्ये कन्वर्ट करू. 20 log of answer 24.97. 24.97 डेसिबल आली. लक्षात घ्या. Now if I just compare AV absolute value is 17.73 or 99.4. So 17.73 म्हणजे तो जो फ्रिक्वेन्सी कॉम्पोनंट होता माझा 1 मेगाहर्ट्जचा तो क्लोज टू 0 चाललाय आता इथे कुठेतरी. इट इज गोइंग टुवर्ड्स 0. अजून फ्रिक्वेन्सी वाढवली, डिनॉमिनेटर वाढेल. डिनॉमिनेटर जेवढा वाढेल तेवढा न्यूमरेटर तुमची व्हॅल्यू कमी येत राहणार. जेवढी कमी येत राहणार वी कॅन से दिस इज active low pass filter, and it is not only filtering, it is also providing me the amplification. So that's it for unit number 1. I hope you have understood. I'm definitely going to ask the questions numerical based on active low pass filter on unit number 1. This session is already recorded. You can just listen to this at your own speed. You can learn at your own pace. Okay. That's it for my side. This completes your unit number 1. I will just show you the syllabus. If you can go and you can understand if anything is remaining in field effect transistor. By that time, I'll take your attendance. So see, in field effect transistor, we have understood MOSFET, JFET, FET applications, CMOS. In the wave shaping circuit integrated IC, we have understood multivibrators, unstable multivibrator by using 555 also we have studied, and unstable multivibrator using op-amp also we have studied. Introduction to operational amplifier, ideal versus practical, performance parameters, that is gain, bandwidth, slew rate, etc., etc. Operational amplifier application circuit, peak detector we have gone through, comparator, active filter just now we have completed, non-linear amplifier application as a relaxation oscillator also we have studied, and we have studied an unstable multivibrator also, current to voltage and voltage to current. So this completes your unit number 1. This completes your unit number 1. Okay. Then I'll just take your attendance. By that time, if you have some doubt, you can ask. I'll stop the recording now.